So, the moon has made headlines again. No, not for hosting an alien rave, although that would be fun, but for being declared an endangered heritage site. Yep, you heard it right. Our favorite celestial neighbor is now rubbing shoulders with Machu Picchu and the Great Wall of China. So what's the deal? The World Monuments Fund has added the moon to its 2025 watch list of endangered heritage sites. This marks the first time in history that the list has gone interstellar. And while preserving a place that's over 384,400 kilometers away sounds noble, it also sounds a little ambitious. Are we sending park rangers to the Sea of Tranquility? Not quite. The concern is that accelerated space exploration could disturb some very important landmarks. We're talking Neil Armstrong's iconic first footprint, Buzz Aldrin's boot prints, and the American flag, assuming it's still standing after decades of cosmic wear and tear. These aren't just historical artifacts, they're humanity's first marks on another world. But it's not just about nostalgia. Scientists believe that preserving these sites could provide insights into how materials endure in the harsh lunar environment. Think of them as the ultimate science experiment left running since 1969. And just as we were digesting this cosmic heritage news, SpaceX decided to spice things up. This past Wednesday, they launched not one but 2 private lunar landers. These aren't your average probes. They're high-tech marvels designed to gather crucial data for future human missions. So, what's on the agenda for these landers? First, they're equipped with state-of-the-art descent systems to ensure a gentle touchdown. No crash landings here. Thank you very much. Each lander is targeting scientifically rich areas of the moon, including regions suspected to harbor water ice. Why water ice? Great question. These icy deposits are a potential game changer. They could provide not only drinking water for future astronauts, but also hydrogen and oxygen for rocket fuel. In other words, they're the moon's version of an all-you-can-eat buffet for spacefarers. The landers are expected to stay operational for several weeks. During this time, they'll conduct experiments, snap high-resolution images, and analyze the lunar soil. This data will feed directly into NASA's Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the moon by 2027. And who knows? The information might even help us figure out how to establish permanent lunar habitats. This mission isn't just a leap forward for science. It's also a milestone for the commercialization of space. Private companies are now stepping up to the plate, collaborating with public agencies to make the moon more accessible. It's like an interstellar potluck where everyone brings their best dish. But with great power comes great responsibility. As humanity gears up for a return to the moon, there's a growing need to balance exploration with preservation. After all, we don't want future astronauts tripping over selfie sticks at Tranquility Base, do we? Let's zoom out for a second. What does it mean for the moon to be on a heritage list? For starters, it raises questions about ownership. According to the Outer Space Treaty of 1967, no nation can claim sovereignty over the moon. But the treaty doesn't say much about private companies or historical preservation. Could we see a future where space tourists need permits to snap selfies? And then there's the cultural angle. The moon has inspired poets, musicians, and dreamers for centuries. Declaring it a heritage site could unify humanity around a shared goal of preservation. But it also risks turning our celestial neighbor into a bureaucratic headache. Imagine lunar customs agents asking, "What's the purpose of your visit? Business or pleasure?" From a scientific standpoint, preserving the moon's historical sites makes sense. They're invaluable for studying the effects of the lunar environment on man-made materials. But from a comedic standpoint, it's hard not to laugh at the idea of installing "Please stay off the grass" signs on a barren rock. Will future missions come with disclaimers like "Do not disturb the footprints"? Maybe we'll even see a gift shop selling authentic moon rocks. All jokes aside, the inclusion of the moon in the World Monuments Fund's list is a wake-up call. As we inch closer to a new era of lunar exploration, it's crucial to find a balance between pushing boundaries and preserving history. Whether it's Neil Armstrong's footprints or the promise of water ice, there's a lot at stake. So, let's take a moment to appreciate the irony. The moon, a symbol of endless possibility, is now a heritage site. But whether you see it as progress, preservation, or just plain puzzling, one thing's for sure. Humanity's relationship with the moon is as fascinating as ever. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time, keep looking up, and maybe think twice before leaving your mark on history's most exclusive destination.